Hello and welcome. My name is Joe, aka GamerJoe93, as on my PSN. We are going to play what is possibly one of the hardest and most interesting RPGs of our current generation. It's certainly one of my favorites, and this is going to be a let's play of sorts. It's going to be a playthrough slash walkthrough. The goal is to really just, play through and have some fun, show any new players the game, maybe spark their interest, or serve as a makeshift guide for anybody who, prefers, video guides over written guides. Um, get a sense of, playing. The game can feel sort of lonely. It's very intimidating. So maybe get a feeling of the community who plays this game. So let's go ahead and get started. I have actually played this game before, so this is not a blind let's play. Um, so I have made various builds before. I've been a sorcerer. I've tried a knight, a faith build. So first we need a name. What are we gonna name this fella? Uh, Ophiulius. God damn. Okay. Ophelius. Alright. Weird name, I know, but hey, stick with me. Okay, starting class. So, so I'm really looking to make more of a dexterous type build this time. I want somebody fast, somebody more agile. So it's gonna be like a wanderer thief type build here, but your starting class, and I can't stress this enough, does not matter in this game. It really will only affect your first few hours of gameplay, if that. It's really up to how you level your character that will determine your build. It's just mostly just starting loadout. Now, I'm going to pick a warrior because his attunement, intelligence, and faith, which governs sorceries and miracles of magic. They're all fairly low compared to most other builds, and I'm not going to be using them, so I'd rather have my other sets start higher, and I will tailor the warrior to be the type of build that I would like in the end. So, gift, just master key, just that's a given. Just don't start with anything else. The master key opens up most doors in the game, and it can give you access to certain things more easily, and or if you do not find the key in the game, it may give you access to an area you would have otherwise never gotten into. Physique, we're gonna go with the jacked over body. Face, a store noble looks the best to me. Let's what should we? Let's do sweat back. We're gonna sweep her hair back. And I'm a sucker for red. Alright, let's get started here.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog.
This is all very important, by the way.
Land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. the day. The Witch of Isolith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenge the dragon. Gwyn's mighty voice pealed apart their stones. Riches weaved great firestorms. Pluto unleashed fire, death, and disease. And Thief, the Scaleless, betrayed his enemy, and the dragons held. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers. And man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side.
Okay, a lot of information there in what was possibly one of the most important and interesting cutscenes in the game. Really try to pay attention. This game is not going to give you a whole lot of direction. In fact, it's going to give you hardly any. That is
the dark side brands
the foundation of the game, pretty much right there. So try to remember. At least the key
aspects. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
Look at that pretty face. Hi, Oscar. How's it going? Alrighty, the start of our journey. Alright, so like I was saying, just try to come away with try to remember at least those four big names there. You got Nito, the first of the undead, the Witch of Isolith, Thief the Scaleless, and Lord Gwyn, Lord of Sunlight. These are all very important aspects of the game, characters, plot-wise. So let's move on from here. Let's pillage this corpse. Dungeon cell key. Thanks, Oscar. We'll come across him shortly again. Alright. So as you can see, there's these little like this writing on the floor. These are in-game messages. So normally they are left by players online. But in this case, whether you play online or offline, you will see these messages. These are left by developers. So inside this tutorial dungeon, these are going to teach you the controls. You can tell that they are by developers by a little knight icon up there. I don't know if you can see it, but usually player, unless very highly rated comments, they're usually not knights. That's how you can tell they are developer comments. But that's a small detail. I already know the controls here, but I know a lot of people seem to have it's a very steep learning curve with this game, and people have a lot of trouble, it seems, when they start off. But really, just give it some time. The gameplay is very, very well refined. It's very, it's pretty much one of the most engaging aspects of the entire game. So just give it a couple hours to get used to that learning curve. So I can just let's head forward here. Let's dash and save some time here. So let's move along this corridor. I don't need to kill you. You're just like taking a bath or something now. Whatever. We're gonna head up this ladder. Okay. Press that bonfire, recover HP. So this sword sticking out of the ground right here, this is your bonfire. These are few and far in between. So learn to savor your bonfires. You will love your bonfires. Resting here acts as a checkpoint, so it saves you to this point here. Whenever you die, you will respawn here. It also recovers all your HP in your status effects, you know, whatever. But they are generally fairly far in between, depending on where you are. You can open shortcuts and stuff to get back to them, but you have to find them. So if you die far away from a bonfire, you are pretty much screwed. But anyway, I'd like to do a quick demonstration of the game controls. The messages will tell you what these controls are, but I feel it's best to see them. A lot of people seem to forget different aspects of the gameplay, and it really makes the game more fun if you make full use of the combat system. So first and foremost, on the PS3, with Xbox controls being very similar, but we have R1 is our fast attack. This gives a quick attack at the expense of little stamina. And we have a strong attack using R2. This takes much more stamina and inflicts more damage, obviously. So that's the basic. If I had a shield, my left hand would guard. This would raise my shield with L1. And if I was to hit L2, it would parry. Imagine a shield being on his arm. Right? This would parry an enemy's attack if timed correctly, and this timing is crucial. It is unforgiving. It takes practice. You will probably not be used to it at first. Hell, I don't even use it that much, and I've played through this game 3 times. But nonetheless, they are very fun to get off, if you can get them off. So now for more of evasion. If you tap the circle button, you backstep. This can avoid an attack. This can also gear up for a backstep attack. I don't know what you actually call it. I call it a backstep attack. Deal with it. If you backstep and then hit R1, it does it like a lunging attack. So it's a good way to quickly evade and then go in for an attack. Next, you can roll. So like I said, if you tap circle and go forward at the same time, so if you're moving forward and you tap circle, you do a roll. This is basically evasion in this game. This is how you dodge. You can control the direction of which you want to dodge by moving the control stick. It takes stamina, so it is not infinite. Be aware of your stamina. The green bar, once it depletes, it leaves you vulnerable. You cannot take action, and even if you are guarding, not garden, if you have no stamina, an enemy will break through your guard. So it's really something you have to take into account. Another quick note is while you're dashing by holding circle, if you tap circle again, you jump. This is the game's jump. This is what it looks like. So I don't really have weapons here to show you these combats, but this is just a basic. I figured you would like to see what most of these look like. So let's move on here. Let's open this door with our superhuman strength apparently. When it comes to this nice big room, get away, and that is exactly what we're going to do. I mean, you can try to attack this guy right here, but you have a broken sword hilt which deals 2 damage. So we're gonna get the hell out of here. And there is this escape route right here which closes behind you. And yeah, big boy, you can stay over there. Alrighty. And we reach another bonfire. Trust me, this does not happen. You will never find a bonfire this close. So, for example, when I rest at this bonfire, I will now respawn here if I was to die. Very cool. Okay. Let's move on. Now we got this dick right here launching arrows at us. Pick up our nice shield. Cool. Okay, start menu. The arms icon has changed equipment. So let's put on that nice shield here. So just real quick, this is very simple. I'm sure you might have guessed that this is your right hand and this is your left hand. So we have 2 slots. So basically you can equip up to 2 weapons or whatever you use on your hands at once. And you can quickly change between these icons by using the D-pad. So those 4 boxes in the left hand corner correspond to the D-pad. If I was to hit right on the D-pad, I would change to my offhand weapon, not my offhand weapon, my second weapon in my right hand, which happens to be nothing right now, so just a fist. If I hit right again, the sword comes back out. Okay? Exploring more right here, these are your armor slots. You have helm, torso, hands, and legs. You're given 2 ring slots, which you will get a plethora of rings later. We currently have none. These are for bolts, these are for arrows, for bolts and crossbows, that we will also get later. And these are your quick item slots, which will be assigned to the up button on the D-pad. Oh, sorry, the down button on the D-pad. And you would use these items with square. And we'll observe this later. Let's move on. I feel like I'm talking too much. Let's loot this corpse. We got a nice long sword, so we can actually deal some damage. This guy booked. And now, as we guard with L1, we can raise our shield with L1 and block his arrows now. Another key aspect, I'm sure you saw that circle, that is target lock. You press down R3 to target lock an enemy. Very important. You don't want to just recklessly swing when you can be zoning in your attacks more accurately. Like I said, backstab roll. We're gonna head up here, and if we look closely here, we can see a nice boulder poised to crush us. So we're gonna step off to the side here, which I failed to do. Step off to the side more than that. So let's kill this enemy up here with a nice lunging attack. You can attack while running to lunge at an enemy. It can be useful for quick damage. And this door is locked. But as we saw, this nice boulder, our friendly neighborhood boulder right here, broke through his wall. And we find a near-dead Oscar. What happened, buddy?
You're no Hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I are both undead. Hear me out, will you?
I mean, of course.
Regrettably, I have failed in my mission. But perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family. Thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringest the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know. And I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask. An undead favorite.
Estus Flask. These are your one and only permanent method of healing outside of bonfires. They also restore when you are at a bonfire. So do not worry about losing them.
Oh, and this.
Healing and a key. You
Now
are
I
just
must
one
bid
swell
farewell.
guy, my friend.
I would hate
I'm
and thank you.
sorry that you have to die. And another thing, don't kill Oscar. Just don't do it. This game will toss some of the craziest enemies you've ever seen at you. Don't attack friendly people. I mean, it's just not nice. Just don't do it. You get the souls anyway. Look at that. Plus 100. So we're gonna rest here, recover HP. We opened a nice little shortcut back here now. Like I said, there will be lots of shortcuts. You just have to find them. And we are going to head upstairs now. Oh, and I just fell and took massive amounts of damage. No problem though. Take care of this guy. Head up here and use our newfound key. Awesome. We got this dick right here. It's gonna try to ambush us when we turn around the corner. Ooh. Ooh, I suck today. That's another thing I forgot. If you tap L1, if you tap the light hand attack, so R1 and forward on the left stick, you kick. And now if you tap forward and R2, you do a lunging attack. Like I said, it's a lot to remember. You'll get used to it though. The game is very long. And we are just going to backstab you. If you get behind an enemy and perform a light attack while not guarding, you can't be inputting the guard command while you're behind the enemy. So you have to just circle around and hit the light attack, and you will backstab an enemy for critical damage. Which is what this says. And now this message is about the parry and the riposte. So parrying is, like I said, if you hit L2 with a light shield equipped, you parry. The timing is crucial. Let's see if I can pull this off here. Come on, buddy. Attack. Parry. Tap R1. You riposte and deal critical damage. It is the most powerful attack in the game. As such, it is the most difficult to get off. Practice makes perfect. And for here, R1 while falling in midair does a plunging attack. So let's heal by pressing square. Use some Estus. We're going to get through a wall of light here, which usually indicates a boss battle. Sometimes it's just a new area, but often be prepared for a challenge on the other side of these white lights. Let's see what we can do here about this boss. Oh look, a nice plunging attack. 302 damage. What do you got? So this time we actually must fight the Asylum Demon. You want to stay relatively close to him, and you want to dodge. You don't want to go too far away from him because his axe has great reach, and it's actually harder to dodge if you're far away. And I'm going to stop talking and focus more on playing. Okay, as you can see right there, I'm two-handing this weapon. Two-handing a weapon by pressing triangle increases your damage output. So that's just another note to keep in mind. Now we got a humanity, which is important, and I will explain later, and a nice 2,000 souls, and now we can head through this door. But yeah, so two-handing your weapon, you can't guard while doing it, but increase damage. It's up to you if you would like to use it. Each situation may or may not call for it. I leave it up to you. There is an item back here. Soul of the Lost Undead. We can use that to gain souls. It's a usable item. We'll get plenty of them throughout the game to help you level up in between instead of grinding. And we'll have one more cutscene and we'll end this first episode here and we'll be done with the tutorial.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an to leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords, Lordran.
Lordran. In Lordran, level up and kindle at bonfires. We are now at Firelink Shrine. Okay, so I think we'll stop it here. Just another note, I'm aware that my upload quality may not be the best, but I hope that you can get past it and still enjoy this playthrough, despite not having the most HD of graphics. And I will see you next time.